Guys, let's squabble up. Let me go ahead and spill some tea in the process of, I don't know, I'm about to head out to Home Depot, guys. I need to get an awning for my house, and I figured I'd just take you guys with me. So squabble up, and while I'm doing so, I figured I'd go ahead and tell you some fun things that I'm doing. Who knows, maybe you love those things and you'd be like, oh my god, I want to do the same things. So guys, look, I'm actually whipping out one of those interesting Creative Fusion automations that will accelerate your brand like exponentially faster. So how this works, obviously guys, look, many of you guys already way ahead of the game. You're building all sorts of feudal kingdoms. But like, how do you take control of your feudal kingdom, your luxury pet brand, whatever the kind of feudal kingdom that you're building? How do you take control and repetitively reproduce certain routines on a regular basis? Well, it's not just going to be like by buying one single app, guys. It doesn't work that way. It's going to be through the process of multiple trials, failures, triumphs, and tribulations as you navigating through all sorts of high cardinality, heterogeneous complexities as you're building your talent agency or whatever the company that you're building, whatever the luxury pet brand that you're building. But look, guys, look, as I'm heading out right now, I figured I'd just kind of tell you a couple of fire food infusion automations, fire workflows that you can operationalize right away for your luxury pet brand. Of course, guys, keep under mind, as you growing through your journey, you certain patterns. You're going to be discovering certain workflows that work better for you versus other workflows. But how do you stay on point and kind of move towards your goal, your food infusion goal? Well, the truth is, guys, look, there's going to be circumstances where you're just going to be building, but you also need to be mixing, and kind of looking back, slowing down, smelling the roses. That's the idea, guys. If you don't do that, it's easy to get cooked and not get any results done, guys. So remember, step number one, the rule number one when building your luxury company, the rule number one: always do what you love. Meaning, never don't try to overdo it. If you overdo it, guys, you're totally cooked. You have to variate it. For example, here's what I do with my side hustlers in my community. What I do is, from time to time, I talk to them, I get them engaged into whipping out some of those food infusion automations for luxury pet moms who turn to my talent agency for help. And oh, hello guys, hello. Wow, we got a lot of folks over here. We got 22 people. Holy smokes, I thought nobody's watching me. I thought it was once again one of those moments where I create content and it's crickets. Speaking of which, I gotta whip out a workflow for that. I'm feeling kind of lazy. There's a repurposing workflow that I'm gonna whip out, guys. One of those innovative food infusion automations that came up to me while I was, heck, I don't know what I was doing, probably drinking coffee or probably just dreaming, I don't know. But it came to me because when I realized it was super hard, it was like, oh wow, we got so many people. We got After All, we got Kermit. You drive like an Asian. You know what, guys? I am originally from Asia. That's right, guys. Believe it or not. So it's like, wow, you caught me. Yes, guys, I was born, actually, believe it or not, Eurasian country. Eurasian. Can you guys guess which country I was born from? I'll give you a couple of guesses. Go ahead and drop your comments below and let me know. But yeah, guys, look, a couple of things I wanted to let you know. I am whipping out certain automations that are a bit crazy to describe. Okay, guys, look. The first automation that you guys are already familiar with is BioSpice Social Blaster. This one is insane. It helps you blow up across multiple socials just by being on a go, completely kind of just without even thinking what to say, how to say it. You just press a button and this thing guides you directly inside of your iPhone. So this one is called BioSpice Social Blaster. And you could do it you could execute this, heck, maybe I'll add a extenuate it a little bit more. And I add a voice recognition feature with a Siri kind of shortcut, so this way I could just whip it out and turn it on a go. But yeah, guys, like if you are struggling to grow your brand, luxury pet brand, and you're constantly getting cooked and you feel like, oh man, I don't remember what to say about my brand, or like I don't know what to post, or how do I do this across socials, how do I do this without any automation tools, how do I do this with my iPhone, but how do I do this if I'm like super lazy but I really want to lead, I want high profile leads, I want people to buy my luxury pet products, I want people to buy my products, programs, and services. How do I do this while being lazy as hell? So guys, this was the first question that I had to like ask myself, and over time I managed to whip out BioSpice Social Blaster. That's what I mean, the name says it all, guys. It's absolutely insane. I started using it, and instantly, guys, I mean, like the way it does, I mean even before I talk about what it does, guys, as soon as I started using it, I started getting leads and followers and all sorts of people just popping up randomly out of nowhere. And I'm like, I bet, let's go ahead and like convert them into customers. So that's where the other automations come in. But look, here's I'm actually heading out to Home Depot, guys. Home Depot, I need to install an awning. From time to time I show you some crazy side hustles that you could do to pull off, even if you're like completely flat broke and don't have any money at all, but wanted to like spawn some money by managing some handyman or some skillful tradesman professional. And let's say you're a bougie boss mom, you always dreamt of installing air conditioners, for example. I'm just making that stuff up, but let's just say it could be any kind of a blue collar trade, and you wanted to use Freedom Fusion automations to take control of some of those wild levels of thinking that you have in your mind, and you wanted to spawn some money on the side, managing a bunch of skillful tradesmen professional doing all sorts of projects for you, or should I say for your customers on behalf of you, using Freedom Fusion automations. If you guys wanted to learn that, it's not hard. You could start off practicing some of those skills. Like if you have a skill that you feel like you want to do something in life, but you weren't designed for that task in your life, and you just like, you don't feel it's you, but you want to have a chance and we want to try something new, then guys, like this is what my handyman once told me when I was super uncomfortable of doing any repairs in my house. My handyman handed me a hammer and said, break this wall, gonna create that comfort for you. And I'm like, what you mean break the wall? I don't want to break the wall. And he's like, don't worry, just break the wall, everything is gonna be okay. So I was like, I bet. I took a hammer, I whipped it and at the wall, and the wall broke. The whole sheetrock went loose like a goose. And I'm thinking to myself, man, what the hell did I do? I don't know how to put it back. But then my handyman says, with the 40 years of experience, the handyman says, look, don't worry, I got you. And he shows the whole process how he puts it back. And ever since then, I was no longer scared about breaking any walls or doing any kind of renovations or anything like this. Over the years, guys, I used the same principle to learn incredible skills ranging from HVAC, tankless water heaters, conquered many different fields, the world of accounting, the world of law, the world of mathematics, philosophy, and many other subjects as I kept whipping out new ideas. And of course, some of you already may know me, probably read some of my guides. Some of you probably read some of my poems. Some of you probably got encouraged and decided to build your own luxury pet brand. And some of you, I don't know, maybe became cybersecurity engineers or lawyers or accountants by reading through some of my guides. But over the years, I managed to develop incredible ability to conquer almost any skill, regardless of the level of comfort I feel with it. And of course, guys, this is something that you're going to learn directly inside of our what's so-called Feudal Incubators, custom coaching programs for digital faceless marketing moms of 40 digital cis and overseas side hustlers seeking to discover freedom, but don't necessarily have anybody to turn to for help, constantly struggling, constantly posting, waiting, learning to infinity, becoming TikTok zombies, thread zombies, not discovering the freedom that you've been seeking for. If that's you guys, then squabble up and join me in building my feudal kingdom, helping my luxury talent agency grow more feudal land And heck, one of the feudal lands that I could give you that you could cultivate, guys, is BioSpy Social Blaster, one of our latest Freedom Fusion automations. If you wanted to spawn extra money, expanding that on that automation and making it more useful for luxury pet moms and bougie boss moms, then squabble up. I got this for you. Now, of course, you're going to be able to learn some of those incredible skills like AI, content-driven automations, TikTok sniping, thread stacking, up stacking, a combination of many skills. So this way while you're learning, you're also earning and don't feel like a process prisoner or a TikTok zombie trying to figure out what to do and not doing it, being stuck to infinity, learning and overcomplicated things, being super opinionated, being just kind of in a la la land, never discovering the true you. Guys, if you want to discover the true you, you need to fly. You need to fly towards freedom without any kind of limitations, without any kind of notion for what's in it for me. Instead, removing the limits and just discovering your future you in the process as you're building your luxury pet brand, and of course spawning money, reselling things on TikTok Shop and across other platforms, and utilizing something like BioSpy Social Blaster to blow up across social platforms fairly easily, and of course as additional supplementary way for you to kind of learn all this. We do have a low ticket offer called Thread Stack, which is really incredible digital power bundle for luxury pet moms, over 40 in digital sis seeking to discover freedom but constantly being cooked from way too much of an informational overload with zero directionable and accountable kind of action plan. If that's you struggling to discover freedom, being a process prisoner, never getting the right turn in your life, always feeling anxious, not discovering the way for how to do things consistently, pivoting from one object to another, not recognizing your true desires to finally discover freedom. If that's you, then ThreadStack Digital Power Bundle is absolutely for you guys. It was a game changer for our talent agency. We started using it across threads. You could already take a look at some of the workshops for how we've been using it. And guys, like literally, if you wanted to succeed, all you need is just a few small pieces of directional advice, and just you follow that advice and you spawn money. I have Jackson. Jackson is a very good side hustler. Jackson turned to me I guess he was somewhere in the middle of the United States. He turned to me and he said, Rome, I really want to succeed in life. Look, I want to resell your Freedom Fusion automations and feudal incubators and thread stack, all of our products, programs, and services. And I said, I bet, let's go ahead and do this. Jackson didn't think twice, turned to it, became a sales rep and just doing it. He's going live on YouTube and promoting Freedom Fusion automations without any questions asked, without waiting for a written invitation, without waiting anything in return other than just doing it. And I was like, I bet, let me go ahead and operationalize Jackson, include a name on our form, intro form, so people can pick his name, and next time he sells, heck, I'll hook him up with 20% commission on a recurrent basis, and he can just do it again and again and again and again multiple times, reselling Freedom Fusion automations, Freedom Fusion system, feudal incubators, thread stack, and all sorts of other dedicated services, consulting services based on a block of hours. He didn't really think twice. He just said, I bet. And that's the kind of side hustlers, guys, I want to deal with. Not super opinionated people who are way too smart. They slow us down. I like to work with people who are like whose brains are ready to adapt, whose brains are ready to like, I bet, let me go ahead and jump on this. Instead of kind of working with smart people. We always pick, in fact, when developing talent, we are looking for talent. We're not looking for anybody smart. We're looking for somebody the opposite of smart. We're looking for somebody who literally can just smile and have a great personality and just says, I bet. That's the kind of people we're looking for. Now, keep something in mind, guys. Look, this could be self-torturing situation where you're trying to build something where you feel like, oh man, things are not working for me. I know it could be torturing exercise. I know it could be really hard, but you know what's hard, guys? Being broke. That's harder. Being broke is harder. But guess what? Luckily, you don't have to stay broke. You could just squabble up together with us and build our feudal kingdom. Get a small feudal share for helping us grow that feudal kingdom, cultivate it, and yeah, feel pretty good about it. That's right, guys. My name is Ron Wells, your favorite FUD expert, former certified math teacher for the state of Connecticut, and a full stack cyber security engineer. Woohoo! I figured I'd take you guys with me to Home Depot. Today is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm trying to, I'm trying to install an awning. Have you ever guys tried installing an awning? Man, it's like trying to solve a murder mystery. Heck, double murder mystery. Needless to say, guys, I'm super excited to have you here on this live. I'm super excited for you guys to hit the ground running and try building your own luxury pet brand. And I'm super excited for you to start kind of I guess taking small actionable steps. Woohoo. And guys, I know it's hard. It's hard to build your brand. It's hard. But you know what's harder? You know what's harder? Being broke. Being broke. That's harder. I made close to $600,000 this year. Would you like to learn from me how? Pause. Okay, guys, look. Here's how. Invest your money into stocks and real estate. That's how. Long term. Short term, do something very useful, like develop, get a bunch of products from China, then repackage them, spice them up, and resell them on TikTok Shop. That's basically how you spawn money, guys. Like, legitimately, this is probably the craziest way of doing it. But when you're doing it, it's easy to kind of get scammed, guys. So that's the only problem with this model. But needless to say, we do everything in our power to help you guys not get scammed. But trust me, guys, if you're still using any of those like SMS or any of those traditional ways of marketing in the modern day that you live in today, then don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if nothing works, guys. Anyway, like, look, here's what you got to do. I'm just gonna give you like few steps, guys, to, I mean, only if you wanna follow those steps. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, I'm following those steps. They've been working for me. But once again, guys, those steps are not for everybody. It could be something that you may want to execute. Maybe you want to not execute, depending on your mood, depending on your style of branding. But the best thing which you could do, guys, is start thread stacking in combination with building your business. So of course, guys, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to understand, but I figured I'd just kind of explain to you. So the step number one, you want to conquer the skill of threads stacking. Innovative skill set that I developed real quick for you guys. As soon as I developed that skill, I started using it, started getting a lot of leads. Then what I did is I got a BioSpy Social Blaster, which is basically a pretty cool automation. You run it on an iPhone and it just pops up and tells you what to do, and you don't really have to remember anything. You just whip out a bunch of random things that comes to your mind, and what it does, it just kind of squabbles everything into a beautiful message and drops everything across socials like Snapchat, Insta, Threads, LinkedIn, Buy Me Coffee, all those different socials. You don't really need to flex your brain. You just kind of, continue talking. You're gonna go, and then boom, everything gets blasted across all socials directly on your iPhone. And and it's your profile, your bio link profile gets spiced up, and you use that information to kind of get more leads across socials without really being like a TikTok zombie or a thread zombie or a process prisoner, and instead get to be the freedom founder that you deserve to be versus a freelancer. So guys, look, I mean, the BioSpy Social Blaster is pretty dope. You use it, you get results. I started using it, started getting a lot of people sending requests, getting leads. Before it was just like complete crickets. And I was like, man, how do I do this on the go? What if I'm like going to Home Depot and I wanted to do something like this and market my luxury pet brand? I don't really want to be stuck in front of a computer. I just want to kind of do this quickly. And of course, guys, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to do it quickly without some sort of a tool. So I created a tool called BioSpy Social Blaster. Check it out whenever you get a chance. And definitely, guys, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care.